The share price of AMC stock, or the price movement, it's really reminding me of another stock that I bought back in October, November. So it was a Q3 earnings. I was trying to play the earnings from a company named Dick's Sporting Good. Okay, the online or the retailer. They have stores in a lot of malls here in the US, and you can buy, sport items, sports clothing, sports shoes, trainers, etc., etc. So they released the earnings, and the earnings were quite good, but interestingly enough, the stock kept sinking and tanking and going to not the moon, going backward, okay, going backward from the moon where it was supposed to be, because the earnings proved that the company made a lot of money because they shifted a lot of business online. And at the time, I really thought, okay, maybe the market was red. So it was the same BS day after day, and the share price kept sinking for an entire month. An entire month, 4 straight trading weeks. Guys, not kidding. You can go back at DKS ticker symbol, and check it out. November 2020. Now, the interesting thing is nobody was really able to give a rational explanation why such a company, after blowing out earnings on the last quarter, was still losing 20, 25, 30% of its value before the earnings. Nothing changed fundamentally from the company's perspective. So what I'm talking about that, because AMC stock has been going down straight days, 7 straight days, okay? With red days after red days after red days. We all know that the hedges are doubling down or doubled down at the beginning of the week or the end of last week into AMC stock. So it doesn't surprise me that it's tanking, because with the the billions of dollars and the algorithm they're using, they can do whatever they want. But that's about to change, and I made a separate video on the new rules the SEC is about to put into short selling, and especially in regards to the hedges. So if you haven't watched that, please go ahead and watch it. Now, the interesting thing about DKS, Dick's Sporting Good, that stock I was mentioning at the beginning of the video, right after it did touch, I don't know, maybe 30% down for a whole month, it started going back up without no actual reason behind it. Like all of a sudden, it started going back up. Day after day, you have 5%, 6%, 10%, 11% here, 3% there. I mean, even when the market were red, like Red Sea all across the board, that was the rarest stock that will have 2%, 3%. Okay, so for another 1 month and a half, so from November till December till February 15th, so a month and a half, it kept going up. And I guess the only explanation behind it is the manipulation. So these guys on Wall Street, they can do whatever they want because they have the money. So they can move the money around in order to make sure they put a stock price or a stock to where they want, in order to make money when it dips and also make money when it goes up. So as a retailer, the only thing you have to do is to hold, because if you did your due diligence and you really expect the company to have good fundamentals, or by looking at the chart, you really saw that there was a good play, at least for the medium or the long term, then the only thing is you have to play around it. So when it goes down, if you can, like I did, average down by buying when it dips, so that when it goes back up, because a stock cannot continuously go back down as much as another stock cannot continuously go up. At a point, you have to balance. The market will have to stabilize in order to breathe before the next run up. So that's just the reality of the market, guys. That's why I'm not selling my AMC on red days like this. That's why I'm continuing to hold. And a lot of people, including institutions, are also buying the dip because they do have a lot more confidence into this company making a good recovery, and that will ultimately bring the short squeeze to happen, for which a lot of us are in this play for. So guys, just sharing my experience with another stock which didn't make sense at the time, but right now it does. So same shit happening here at AMC.